ELMs, or Environmental Land Management, was a new scheme that came out from the 25-year environment plan written in 2017. And that brought up a new concept within farming where we would move away from direct area payments to one in which farmers received public money for delivering public goods. Those public goods are quite clearly defined. They're things like thriving plants and wildlife, clean air, clean and plentiful water, mitigating and adapting to climate change. Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust has been very active in supporting DEFRA to build up its new ELM scheme. And with that, we've been doing something called tests and trials, where we've been working with and interviewing farmers to see what they would like out of the scheme, because they are the people that will use it and it needs to benefit them and benefit the natural environment. So we've been looking at the composition of things called land management plans that would help a farmer deliver these public goods. And we're also now looking at payment rates for ELMs, what would be a suitable payment rate, what a contract for ELMs might look like, what an agreement for ELMs might look like, what would be a good length of an agreement, and what sort of changes and adjustments to farming systems are feasible and possible. Losing ELMs at the moment particularly is very alarming because we're facing very, very high input costs. Now, the ability to farm relies on quite a few of these public goods. It relies on a good quality soil health. It relies on natural pest predators. It relies on pollinators. If we try to farm ignoring these, our input costs rise alarmingly. And we need to reduce the way we use these inputs to farm in a sustainable way and in a long-term way. When we were still within the EU, all countries farmed and managed land within something called the Common Agricultural Policy. And that gave subsidies supporting farming, and the majority of CAP looked at enhancing food production. And we spent a long time and we've been very successful at producing food. We realised that in that process we were probably damaging the natural environment. What we've got now as we leave CAP is that we've got an opportunity to construct systems and support systems which are very different, which now look at other aspects of land management. And food production will be delivered within a natural marketplace, whereas the public goods that we've already mentioned will be supported by ELM schemes. So this is a very new approach and it's quite enlightening, and losing ELMs will put us backwards. If we go back to direct payments, we will lose sustainable farming systems. So Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust, we recognise that we don't have all the wildlife in Gloucestershire. 70% of Gloucestershire is farmed, and the farmers have a lot of wildlife, and we want that to be supported under ELMs and to continue with that. That will support the way we produce food in Gloucestershire as well. So we want the two going hand in hand. We want food production and a natural environment, both in harmony. So if you're concerned about food production in Gloucestershire and the support of farmers to produce this food in a sustainable way and to care for the natural environment, please write to your MP, and to do that, all the information is on our website.